Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you're not enough? Now imagine changing your entire body, your face, your shape, and still feeling empty inside. This is the story of Cynthia, the girl who had everything people admired, but couldn't see her own beauty. Cynthia was not ugly. Let me say that again. Cynthia was not ugly. But if you asked her, she would laugh, shake her head, and say, "Please, don't lie to me." Cynthia grew up in Surulere, Lagos. Busy streets, loud generators, neighbors that knew everybody's business. You know the vibe. Her mother, Mama Ngozi, was a strict woman. Not wicked, just the kind of parent who believed comparison was motivation. Look at Amaka next door, always neat. See your cousin Chioma, first in class. Why can't you be like them? At first, it was small, just normal African mother talk. But words are seeds. And Cynthia, she swallowed every single one. As a child, she would stand in front of the mirror, turn left, turn right, suck in her stomach, raise her chin, and whisper, "Something is wrong with me." Meanwhile, her classmates, they saw a beautiful girl, bright smile, smooth skin, kind heart. But Cynthia didn't see that. She saw flaws. She saw not enough. In secondary school, it got worse. Teenagers, they don't need microphone to broadcast your insecurity. Neck like giraffe, too tall. Why your legs long like this? Even when boys liked her, she didn't believe it. In her mind, it was all a joke. By the time she was 18, Cynthia had mastered one dangerous habit: comparing herself to everyone. Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, scroll after scroll, perfection everywhere, or at least what looked like perfection. And with every scroll, one message echoed louder than the rest: you are not like them. After secondary school, Cynthia got admission to study mass communication in Unilag. She told herself, maybe this is where everything will change. New environment, new friends, new chance to finally feel enough. But university didn't change her. It exposed her. But something else was growing stronger than her dreams. At first, everything looked good. Cynthia was noticed immediately. Guys turned, people stared, compliments came. But inside, nothing changed. Every morning in her hostel, she stood in front of the mirror, longer than necessary, turning left, turning right. Is my nose too big? Why is my waist not like hers? Why is my skin not perfect? While her roommates rushed for lectures, Cynthia was battling herself, her desire to be perfect. Guys liked Cynthia, a lot, but she didn't believe any of them. If a guy said, "You're beautiful," her mind replied, "He's lying." And if he didn't say it enough, she started to panic. That's how she entered the wrong relationships. Guys who liked her body, not her. Guys who made her feel like she needed to upgrade. And without realizing it, she tied her worth to her appearance. One day in class, Cynthia wasn't listening. She was on her phone, scrolling. She saw an influencer, perfect shape, perfect face. Then she saw a comment, "Natural beauty is not enough anymore." That line changed everything. From that day, Cynthia stopped trying to accept herself and started planning to change herself. At 21, Cynthia got an opportunity to travel to Dubai due to the course she studied in university. To her, this was it. New life, new environment, new version of herself. She started working multiple jobs, receptionist by day, online vendor by night, selling clothes, wigs, skincare products. And guess what? She was making money, real money. But instead of building her future, she started building a new body. It started small. Lip fillers, just to enhance, she told herself. Then, nose adjustment, just to balance my face. Then came the big one, BBL. Because suddenly everyone online had that perfect shape. After her first surgery, she posted pictures, and boom, likes, comments, attention. Body goals! You're so fine. God, when? For the first time in her life, Cynthia felt seen. But here's the problem. The feeling didn't last. A few weeks later, she started noticing new flaws. My waist isn't small enough. My lips could be fuller. My jawline isn't sharp. So what did she do? Another surgery, and another, and another. Each time thinking, this will finally make me happy. But inside, she was still that little girl in front of the mirror, looking for what was wrong. One night after a long day, Cynthia was driving home. She was tired, distracted, thinking about her next procedure. Then suddenly, everything went black. She had an accident, a serious one. Next thing, hospital, machines beeping, silence. Cynthia was in a coma for 1 month. 1 whole month she didn't see her face, didn't check Instagram, didn't compare herself, didn't chase perfection. When she finally woke up, the doctor said something she would never forget. You're lucky, very lucky. No permanent damage. That was when it hit her. All the surgeries, all the stress, all the chasing, and life could have ended just like that. During her recovery, Cynthia couldn't walk properly at first. She needed help. Simple things became difficult. But in that same hospital, she saw something that changed her life forever. People with real struggles. A young boy who lost both legs, still laughing. A woman battling illness, still grateful. A man in a wheelchair, cracking jokes every day. Cynthia was confused. How are they this happy? Then one day, the man in the wheelchair told her, some of us are just happy to be alive. You're complete, but you don't see it. That sentence broke something in her, and healed something too. For the first time, Cynthia stopped looking at what she lacked and started seeing what she had. Her legs worked. Her hands worked. Her life was still hers. When she got discharged, she made a bold decision. She started reversing some of the procedures, not because surgery is evil, but because her reason for doing it was broken. She began therapy. She started journaling. She reduced social media. And slowly, she began to love herself. Not the perfect version, but the real one. Cynthia went back to her business, but this time she did something different. She started talking, sharing her story online. The truth. Not filters, not perfection. At first, people were shocked. Why would you remove all that? You were fine before. And she smiled, because for once, she wasn't living for them. She was living for herself. Her page grew, not because she was perfect, but because she was real. See, the world will always show you a version of beauty. But if you don't define your own, you will keep chasing something that doesn't exist. Cynthia didn't need a new body. She needed a new mindset. And the truth is, so do a lot of us. To every parent watching this, your words matter more than you think. Stop comparing your children to others. That small statement can become a lifelong insecurity. Build them, affirm them, let them know they are enough. Because the world is already loud with judgment. Home should be the place of confidence. If this story touched you even a little bit, don't just watch and scroll. Take a moment today. Look in the mirror and say something kind to yourself. It might feel awkward, but that's where healing starts. And if you know someone who is constantly comparing themselves, send this video to them. You might just change their life. You don't need to become someone else to be enough. You just need to see yourself clearly. Subscribe for more real stories that will change how you see yourself and the world.